Yo, welcome on, it's your boy Jane, I'm legendary. Today we have a special video. Now you're looking at this character and you're like, wow, a warrior in full dreadness with an unobtainable weapon. But no, you're wrong, pal. You're wrong. Oh shoot, you're wrong, pal. This is not a warrior. It is the one and only striker. What is the striker? The striker is something like a warrior, something like a monk, but in their own way. It's almost like something you would see in Scarlet Monastery, you know what I'm saying? Now the striker here is a leather 2-plate wearing class. Probably will stick to plate. And it's all about finesse. You know what I'm saying? Warrior is about brute strength. The striker is about finesse. They would probably run on either energy or focus. Probably focus, because you would have to focus a lot to double strike somebody with a sword, you know what I'm saying, and not mess up your rotation, you know what I'm saying. But as you can see here, we're using all double strike abilities. So essentially, the striker class is a character who relies solely on their weapon and their ability to finesse extra striking. So they're a mostly hard melee class with one caster ability. Of course, it's a blood ability because that's the only thing that would make sense for a mostly melee class. I'm saying the ability to corrupt someone's blood, but it would probably be more along the lines of like a. Actually, no, yeah, that sounds about good. It's just a blood ability, nothing too crazy. They have one hard-hitting melee ability. This would have like a 30-second cooldown. It's a heavy-duty ability. As you see, 1300 on a hit right there. That's pretty strong. They have ability that would be similar to that of Blink, but it would work more like the Demon Hunter's dash. It does not free you from stuns, but it is a good getaway or a good encounter ability. You know what I'm saying? Close the gap on somebody. They also have a nice charge ability similar to that of Warrior. It would stun like a warrior for that 1 second. After all, she is built on a warrior, so like a charge would work really well for someone who works on finesse, like multi-striking, because obviously someone like that would be very agile, very quick on their feet to hawk someone down real fast. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got a couple of melee AOEs, things similar to Blade Flurry and Sweeping Strike. One stun, of course, because most classes have at least one stun. I want to keep the character equal, have a slight bit of control like everybody else. It's a pretty straightforward class, honestly. There's nothing too crazy. They work real well on haste. Attack speed is a big thing for this class. As you can see, I've added Flurry up there for increased attack speed. Haste is a big thing for this class. They are literally mostly just a melee class. Now, Corrupted Blood is their caster AoE or hard-hitting caster ability. This would have like a 30 to 45 second cooldown, and their heavy hitter would be a 20 to 30 second cooldown. Obviously, as you can see, those two together, they hit very hard. Of course, you would have to build up to get these. It would either cost a lot of energy or a lot of focus. I feel like focus is probably the better thing for this. I'm gonna say focus. It would cost a lot of focus to use these, so that way you can't use them two back to back. I'm saying you would have a max of 100 focus. I would say each of these abilities would probably cost like 50 to 60. That way you can't use them back to back, because obviously if you freaking pull up on somebody, bam, and hit the blood after, you dang near 1 to 2 shot people. Obviously that'd be a bit much. Wind Fury is here, but that won't be any use. That was just one of the tester abilities. This is a mostly melee class. Now I know you're seeing her name Shuda, and then you see the shoot here. That's because I was messing around a long time ago. I was putting my range haste all the way through the roof, and then the automatic shooting NPCs and crap. That's why I named her that, and then that's when I switched her over to this to make up my own little custom class. They would not have any stances. These are only here because, like I said, it's built on a warrior, obviously. No stances. They're all out in the open class. They wouldn't have any stealth. They are not based on stealth. They're, like I said, they're a lot like a warrior. As for a warrior's brute strength, these fools are just sheer speed and finesse ability. These abilities would have short cooldowns, I would say between 3 to 5 seconds or 3 to 6 seconds each. Global cooldowns, of course. That way, of course, you couldn't spam it, because let me show you how overpowered this would be if it didn't. Obviously, it would. You would just be able to do this. Obviously, that would be dumb. Obviously, that would not work. Yeah. So it's not like the Reckoning Paladin. You cannot stack any of these. They're actual abilities. So you can't sit down and build stacks. These are actual abilities you would use when fighting people. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be able to sit there and build up stacks. This wouldn't be, none of these would work. Like, it's just the abilities I could actually get my hands on that would be able to replicate a multi-striking class. Oh, boom. DPS would be pretty freaking good. They have 2 AoEs, like I said earlier. You know what I'm saying? 2 heavy hitters with long cooldowns. The rest of their normal abilities would be probably 3 to 6 second cooldowns, a lot like that of a shaman. Their AoEs would probably be in the 10 to 15 second range. You know what I'm saying? Fairly normal stuff. Other than that, though, I mean, what else more is there to say? Let's get to the PvP, shall we? Oh, also they use an ability similar to that of the combat rogues joint here. Whenever they land a parry, which they would have a lot of, obviously, if someone who can do a lot of multi-striking, your parry ability would be pretty freaking ridiculous. So where like a rogue has a lot of dodge, they would have a lot of parry. And that would enable this right here. Disarm the target too. With a class with this much finesse, you know what I'm saying, disarming a fool would be easy. Parrying would be obligatory. I don't even know if I said that right. It's late as frick. I'm slurring all kinds of words. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get to the PvP. Now I'm going to be running her in the low gear because sometimes I do forget not to spam, as these abilities do not have any cap on them. So I'm going to be running her in the low gear so I don't be killing crap too fast, because as you can see by my bags, there is a lot of gear in here. Also, yeah, I forgot to mention daggers. Daggers and fist weapons would work for them very well too, because fist weapons are mostly small, daggers small. It'd be super easy to double strike a fool with a tiny little dagger and crap. Alrighty, folks, here we are. We are now in a battle. Now I'm gonna try my best not to spam abilities, because after all, these abilities don't have any caps on them. Spamming does happen a lot on accident. Oh, what the frick? You didn't die? Come here, fool. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best not to spam too much. Real easy to accidentally make that happen, because none of these abilities, or of course those do, but none of these abilities have caps on them, so it's super easy to over spam on accident. You know what I'm saying? Accidentally hit the joint like 5 times and do 5,000 damage in one go. It's not how it's supposed to work. Oh, I'm gonna pay attention to that. Come here, buddy. May you on him. Oh. I'm saying, a couple of heavy hitters, these type of abilities would have really long cooldowns, like up to 30 to 45 second type cooldown. Especially stuff like this this would be their one and only AoE. A real strong AoE with some severe capabilities, you know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe that might be a little too strong. Oh man, yo, how hard I hit that dude, man? Oh, that wasn't that bad. It's just their health was already low. Oh, okay. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. It just already had low health to begin with. Ooh. Yeah, see? It's not too crazy. That looked pretty realistic to me, huh? I don't know why I picked that up. I don't even really need it, but, you know. Now, I am using Wind Fury. Like I said in the intro, Wind Fury isn't going to be a part of the character, but I just wanted to show it a little bit, show what the power would be like. And as you can see, pretty strong, pretty strong. All I got is Blacksmith. And like I said, this would be like their main hard melee hit, and this would be their main AoE / hard cast hit. Their only cast ability, a blood ability, of course, because you know you're mostly a melee type person. Wouldn't have very many cast abilities, if any. What the frick? You're hiding on the ground on me, son. Uh-oh. Alright, I didn't realize how many people were back there. Like I said in the intro, I would see them more as a focus or energy having type of class versus rage. I feel like rage wouldn't fit them. Obviously, as a warrior is this abominable might type of person. They are not. They are all about finesse, skill, smoothness, the ability to freaking just like freaking carve something out of a tree in like less than a second, you know, and type of crap. Just straight finesse. I ain't been on this character in a little bit, so I'm a little rusty. He's hitting me, son. No. Oh. A crit to save a man's life, huh? Let's keep it 100 right there. That unbalancing strike might be a bit strong. I mean, a 2k crit isn't crazy. Like a warrior could easily pull that off. A rogue's Everscrape could nearly double that if you're just that geared. Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, maybe that's not too crazy. Because, like I said, it's gonna be this ability. That would be an ability to have like a freaking 20-second cooldown, something pretty long. It's not an ability you could sit there and use very often. It would be like that one power shot that they would have every 30 seconds. Every 30 to 45 seconds type of thing. They just wouldn't be able to use it every freaking moment they get. Obviously, this would happen. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be like that. If that was the case, everybody would play just for that. Like I said, these abilities don't have caps on them. They're boss abilities. I could just do this. Look at this. So obviously these would have timers on them. Look at this crap, man. So yeah, these would have timers on them to stop that from happening. Of course, like any ability, global cooldowns too wouldn't allow for these to be spammed. So this, to me, I feel like this would be good on a 45-second timer, which I'm counting in my head. At least trying to keep up with it. And the power shot would have like I would say like anywhere between a 30 to 20-second cooldown. And this is right here why I would have the immune joint on, because this is what I was telling y'all in the video from last week or whenever it came out. You have to sit here dealing with that the entire time, because they literally just constantly sheep you and dang near you only. Is this a mage? Dang warlock, but you're gonna get crushed. Hear me, son. Oh, here we are. Well, I'll see you guys in 10 years. Alright, we're finally back after an 8-year-long stun sentence that I received for my crimes. Oh. Ooh, now it's time to go. Now let me show you guys what it would look like if I actually gave her high-end gear. And this is where I think the problem might come in with unbalancing strike. The fact that we're hitting 1600 non-crits and 2k crits in a full set of blue. Go with the Conqueror set because it has the most attack power, and let's switch that. Oh, I got rid of the mace, never mind. Actually, let's switch that to this right here. I forgot I got rid of the mace because, like I said, mace would be no good on a character, on a class that's built for finesse. On a multi-strike, somebody with a freaking 800 freaking yeah, a freaking 100-pound hammer versus a 50-pound sword. Although let's keep it 100. Sword is almost as big as her. This is definitely about 100 to 200 pounds, no doubt. But look at this damage. What the frick is lower? 200, the other sword. Alright, guess I was wrong. It's lower than the other sword. Well, you didn't fool me, but you fooled my mouse. Frickin' piece of garbage mouse. Resisted every dang thing. Oh my god. The polymorphin, yo. This is what I'm talking about, yo. What I was talking about in the last video. The polymorphin is ridiculous. And forget all you niggas. But you guys see what I'm getting at here. If this was a real class, it'd be a hitter. I feel like it's not too overpowered though. Or something. Oh. Who the fuck? See, this is why I use the dang immunities. The constant stunning is ridiculous. Or sheeping, I mean. Oh. Wow. Oh, what the frick? Oh, now he did. I'm trying to use it normally, but I'm just getting sheeped over here. Bam! I just accidentally spammed right there, I ain't gonna lie.
More scenarios.
Still in 38-1 though. So, it's healthy. But it's a little too healthy right now because I can't help but to spam it. None of these abilities have cooldowns on them. But if you could think of it from a standpoint where you'd actually have proper cooldowns, global cooldowns and all that, it would fit. It would fit. Would it be strong? Yes. I mean, all classes in vanilla were strong in their own way, especially if you used them right, you know what I'm saying? So I don't see it as like disgustingly overpowered, especially if you use it properly. It looks good, you know what I'm saying? But yo, I mean, I've talked enough. We did our PvP. I'm gonna go ahead and head out, man.